very good evening to you and a warm welcome back to Tannadice Park in Dundee, where you join us for Game 3, Chapter 3 in the story of the Scottish Cup fourth round tie between Aberdeen and Dundee United. 2 games so far, 1 period of extra time and everything to play for tonight. Conditions are absolutely perfect. It's cold, but there's no sign of the blizzard that we had here last Wednesday. So for details of who plays, let's join our match commentator, Jock Brown.
Thank you, Arthur, and there is confirmation of a major blow to United. There's no Kevin Gallagher. The World Cup man is not fit enough to play, and Gary McGuinness is also out of the United side, but otherwise Jim McLean's men are on familiar lines, with the extra bonus though of Paul Sturrock, who's on to replace Gallagher up front. He's starting his first match of the season and looks to add to his 12 Scottish Cup goals and an illustrious career here at Tannadice. Aberdeen restore their international players to the ranks this evening. Neil Simpson, Jim Bett and Charlie Nicholas are in their usual places, and Ian Robertson replaces David Robertson at left back. And the scorer of the extra time equaliser on Wednesday, Brian Grant, backed that up with a fine performance against Hearts on Saturday, so he's in from the start wearing number 11 for Aberdeen. So referee Bob Valentine from Dundee gets the match underway in front of a huge crowd once again here at Tannadice, with Aberdeen in particular bringing a very, very enthusiastic crowd down from the north. They clearly see the prospect of winning despite losing the toss for the home advantage. There's Charlie Nicholas. It's turned away by Jim McInally for the first corner kick of the match. And Aberdeen getting off to a quick start. So it'll be Jim Bett, who was rested on Saturday, who'll take it. So the outswinger right to the edge of the box, looking for McLeish. Played forward by McKimmie. This is Bett. Once more Neil Simpson. That came off Malpass. Well, Aberdeen certainly don't intend to be caught napping by the look of this start. Neil Simpson in the heart of the action. There's Bett with a throw. Bett with a cross again. There's Hegarty, and straight to McKimmie. McLeish plays it across to Robertson. Corner challenged there in the air by Krivokapic, and the free kick goes to Aberdeen. Robert Connor taking a sore one there from the Yugoslav international. So the free kick will be taken now on the far side by Connor, now that he has been restored to fitness. Swirling awkward ball, up goes McLeish with Thompson. It came off the head of McLeish. Well, not a very convincing opening there for Billy Thompson. Alec McLeish now realises that he can worry the United keeper. Paatelainen's head flick is the first touch for Sturrock. Billy McKinlay winning 9 for United. That's good control from McKinlay. And a disappointing cross in the end, but some superb play there from the 19-year-old United midfield player. It was Sturrock who played the ball to him. Look at the way he controlled that in one movement. It came inside his man, and that's where the move ended in disappointing fashion. It's John Clark with the throw. Cut off there by Simpson, only for Sturrock. Back with Clark. It's a long one for Mead to chase. An error there by Ian Robertson. Little lapse in concentration, resulting in a corner kick to United. Well, Robertson will be very anxious to see this corner kick cleared, I'm sure. So Billy McKinlay will take it. Looking for Hegarty. It's won there by Irvin. The shot was by Malpass. It's back with McKinlay. There's Brian Grant. Hooked away by Wright. There's no one upfield for Aberdeen for the moment. David Neary now looking up, watching for the offside trap and finding Raphael Mead. Here's McInally. Fine play by McInally. United striking back well after that initial clearance. Mead setting it up for Jim McInally with that good left foot shot, but Snelders was well positioned. Here's McKimmie. He has Bet on the right touchline. Electing to go inside. Paul Wright takes over. There's Bet this time. Always providing the angle on the far side. The build-up. And a powerful attempt there by Irvine. There's Paul Wright. And into the side netting in the end, but Aberdeen mounting tremendous pressure with the big men from the back coming up, McLeish and Irvine. As Jim Bet dragged this to his left foot, pitched it across. Both McLeish and Irvine were in the box. Irvine didn't make it. It came off the head of McLeish. Brock in behind the United defence. There was Paul Wright with Thompson closing down the angle. McLeish with a header. There's John Clark. Now Sturrock. And Mead, Paatelainen waits in the middle. Sturrock's header. Taking that on the run. No problem for Snelders in the end, but Paul Sturrock looking very lively indeed up front. There was Mead. Now look at the way he plays this in. Sturrock with a reaction header wide of the target. So there goes the half-time whistle. The sides still tied at no goals each, but some excellent first half play. Aberdeen getting the early edge, but United heading back as the first half wore on. So an intriguing second half to come. It's Dundee United 0, Aberdeen 0. So the managers have resisted the temptation to make any changes for the start of the second half. Dundee United have Dave Bowman and Joe McLeod in reserve. And Aberdeen have Paul Mason and Davy Dodds. And they're still waiting for their call, which may, of course, require to come in extra time if this match finishes square after 90 minutes. Bet finding a little bit of space. There's Nery's header, and McInally helps it on. Grant nodding it down towards Connor. Linking there with Robertson. Good play from Aberdeen. And it's McInally challenging Grant, but there's Charlie Nicholas on the far side is right. Promising now for Aberdeen, taking on Malpass. And sneaking it in towards the near post. Paul Wright showing his confidence and his skill. The pass was perfect from Charlie Nicholas. Taken down well by Paul Wright, faced by the Scotland fullback Maurice Malpass, confident enough to take him on, going towards the near post, and Thompson was there. There's Paul Sturrock, and now Krivokapic. Sturrock again, over the far side where McKimmie nods it back to Snelders. Well, that tells you the story about the confidence the Aberdeen defenders have in Theo Snelders. Good play this from United. Played in by Krivokapic to Sturrock, lofting that towards the far post, looking for the player coming in, who was Paatelainen, but McKimmie used Snelders. There's McInally trying to get away from Simpson. Stopped by McKimmie very calmly. Change of pace by Bet. And the referee will take some action, I gather, against Billy McKinlay. Well, I'm not certain what upset referee Valentine about McKinlay, but the message is clear enough that whatever he did, he shouldn't repeat. He's waiting for Brian Irvine to get into the box. There's the reason why. Up goes Irvine. There's Paul Wright. And it's inches wide of the post. Well, Paul Wright trying to add to his 5 goals this season, and that's the closest to a goal yet. It was Irvine who won this league, nodding it on. Wright was very quick indeed. Ball hanging on the bounce there, and that couldn't have been closer. There's going to be a change made by Dundee United. They're taking off Raphael Mead, sending on the youth international striker Joe McLeod. There goes McLeod. He played in Chile last year for the Scottish under-20 squad. And the half volley right to the edge of the box. The header away by Irvine. Bet keeps it in for Wright. Confident, good, close control. There's Brian Grant. Nicholas calls for the ball through the middle. There's Nicholas. The tackle came from Malpass, and Clark there to complete the clearance. The two players clash inside the box. Nicholas is still down. Here's Connor. Play continues as Connor is balked there by Krivokovic. And now referee Bob Valentine will hold play up. The referee appears to be totally uninterested in any claims made by either player as Nicholas and Clark tangled legs as they went down. So a decision is a free kick to Aberdeen. Played in by Connor to the far post. Up goes McLeish. Well, a fine effort from that set piece. Brian Irvin in the thick of it again. There is the free kick taken by Connor. The player coming in at the back was Alec McLeish, whose header went wide. McLeish's header. Nearly nods it forward, helped on by McInally. Brian Grant, he's looking for Bet on the right. Irvin thumping it forward. Nicholas trying to get in behind David Neary. Here's Grant. And that was well anticipated by John Clark. The pass was intended for Connor. Here goes McInally for United. The chance is on. They have players up now supporting this attack. One of them is Sturrock. The driven ball goes inside. There's McInally! Superbly saved again by Theo Snelders. An offside flag was already up, but this was magnificent goalkeeping as Sturrock fired it across. There's the offside man in the 6-yard line. It was Joe McLeod, but still that was a great save from Snelders. Jim McInally denied. McKinley's header. There's Neil Simpson. Right back to Grant. Brian Grant's played some very good football in that very busy midfield area. It's back now with McLeish. To the middle for Wright to challenge. Hegarty's there, but that's a bad clearance collected by Connor. Over to the far post area. There's Jim Bett. Well, they could perhaps have headed that back into the danger area, but elected to retain possession. Holding off Malpass. It's back with Grant. Grant on his left foot. Quite deliberate, that chip shot towards the top corner. Brian Grant, the scoring hero of the first replay. Now just look at the way he looks up here, sees Thompson advance, tries to flight the ball beyond him, and that's not far away. Here's Paatelainen, good play from United this time. Simpson getting back with a good tackle, forcing it back to McLeish. Bet dwelling in the ball too long, allowing Joe McLeod to win it. Here's McInally, now Paatelainen for United. Brilliantly finished by Paatelainen. Mixu Paatelainen with just 8 minutes left for play. Has he won the match for United? The pass came from McInally. Just look at the way he controlled it, set himself to the shot, and this time Snelders couldn't save it. So Mixu Paatelainen, who scored in each of the previous matches against Aberdeen. Simpson powering forward on the left, allowing Connor to go inside. Here's Bet. McLeish. United now funneling back, marking very tightly indeed. There's Connor. It's towards right. Neary wins it. Grant eases the ball back to Connor. There's Simpson. And a scramble right at the edge of the box. Now what's been given? It's a free kick to Aberdeen. Challenge on Neil Simpson. The referee is going to have a word with the culprit, who was John Clark. That was picked up by referee Valentine. There was Simpson. There was the late challenge by Clark. sore one for Neil Simpson. Now here's a chance for Aberdeen. Charlie Nicholas, a dead ball expert. Connor also has scored some fine goals from free kicks. Bet is also there. Here's McKimmie. Well, McInally did well. McInally sprinted across there to make life difficult for McKimmie. Just look how quickly McInally gets to his man here, sprinting flat out to close him down. Well, the only match so far this season between the two clubs which has been decided was a Skoll Cup match won by Aberdeen, so United looking all set now to level the score. There's McLeish. Clark's clearance. Sturrock goes up with Irvine. Good play by Irvine, then by Grant. Thompson has come to claim the ball. Well, that sorts out any doubts in the minds of the defenders about how to handle that high ball. There goes Malpass. Malpass again. Into space. Sturrock gives chase. Inside it goes from McKimmie to Irvine. Time fast running out for Aberdeen now. Just 2 minutes remaining. Trailing by 1-0. That was John Clark's pass back. Paatelainen strong there, standing there to collect possession, and it's now Paatelainen's cross. Up goes McKimmie. Robertson goes up. Here's McInally. And Paul Sturrock taking the ball to the corner flag. Playing it against McLeish for the corner kick. Well, McLeish not happy with the linesman's verdict, which the referee accepted instantly. There'll be no rush about this corner kick. Going into the final minute of the match. Here's Billy McKinlay. There's Sturrock. Inside to McInally. He may come back this way, I think. Well, McInally plays it back. Hegarty lofting it forward. That'll be a goal kick to Aberdeen. Hegarty explaining himself with that look to the dugout. So substitution by Aberdeen. Not much chance for Davy Dodds to make an impact now. Neil Simpson's gone off. Here's Robertson. There's McInally with a pass. It's beyond Robertson. He got enough of the ball though to play it back to Snilders. Well, it's all hurry-scurry now for Aberdeen. Again, to time added on for stoppages. A couple of injuries and also a couple of obvious time-wasting episodes. Up goes Billy Thompson. Well, it's had the look all night of a match which may be settled by 1 goal. And it looks as though it's Mixu Paatelainen who will have taken United through, unless Aberdeen can conjure up a late equaliser. They've never given up trying, playing with lots of spirit. There's Grant, looking for Irvine, who's joined the attack. David Dawes goes in, David Neary survives. Ferocious appeals for handball. The referee waving aside these claims, made perhaps more in hope than expectation by Aberdeen. So it's United in possession with Joe McLeod. Seeing a gap to go through. Snelder sending the ball downfield very quickly indeed. And there goes blows the final whistle. That goal by Paatelainen after 82 minutes takes Dundee United through to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup, where they'll face Rangers. Meantime, referee Bob Valentine is being spoken to by Alec McLeish and by Ian Robertson, and there's going to be a booking for Ian Robertson of Aberdeen. Clearly that's for something he said at the end of the match, clearly displaying some dissent about that controversial incident right on the final whistle when David Neary played the ball out of defence, and the Aberdeen players said it was handball, but that won't make any difference to the scoreline. It's Dundee United who go through to face Rangers in that live quarter-final at Ibrox on March 19. The final score, Dundee United 1, Aberdeen 0.
Well, Jim, can you breathe more easily now?
Well, obviously we're very pleased to go through, but I feel very sorry for the Aberdeen players tonight. But I think that we should have won it last Wednesday. But tonight Aberdeen were definitely the better side.
Well, they certainly got off to a very quick start, and they played 4 in the middle against you 3. Did you expect that?
I most certainly expected that, and to be honest, I chickened out. Being the home side, I definitely knew that Aberdeen, after their performance on Saturday, with 4 in the middle of the park, I definitely expected that 4 would play. I knew the 3, and I thought that actually Grant would be the other one, but it could well have been Mason or Hewitt, but I honestly expected them to play 4, and we definitely, with them having 4 good midfield players, 3 struggled to hold them, and I think that's where Aberdeen actually won the game tonight, although in the end it's putting the ball in the net, and Mixu did that where they didn't.
Well, Paatelainen has done that for you 3 times out of 3, but tonight's goal seemed to be a bit special.
I thought the goal was magnificent, but he had a lot left because he definitely hadn't won his better games. To be completely honest, we're caught between playing him wide to try and give us crosses with the left foot, and also we badly need him in the middle to header them in. But so far we've been unable to work that out and get him in there when he crosses it. But Mixu's done a magnificent job for us, but tonight was not his better, one of his better performances.
Any time to think yet about Rangers in the next round?
No, none at all. I'm definitely pleased to be through. I was fearing the worst, and that it was going to go to extra time and then probably another replay, and at the end of the day we're just relieved to get through. And to be completely honest, I definitely don't like playing on a Sunday, so playing on a Sunday against Rangers at Ibrox is doubly bad for me, but we've got a job to do and we've just got to get on with it.
Well, Jim, congratulations tonight and all the best for the rest of the Cup.
Thanks very much.
So at the end of a marvellous match, one flash separates the teams, and of course it's Dundee United now, as you can see, going through to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup. There's the draw. Celtic at home to Hearts, Rangers now at home to Dundee United in the match which will be televised live on Sunday, March the 19th. Morton against St Johnstone and Hibernian against Alloa. Your next big football date with us on this channel is tomorrow night at 10:35. Exclusive recorded highlights of the UEFA Cup tie between Hearts and Bayern Munich. Right now, though, we're going to take a break, and when you rejoin us, we're picking up the story of tonight's Anglia Windows British Snooker Championship at the Assembly Rooms in Derby.